This year has been crazy in terms of sneaker releases. Some have been super hyped, some not so much, but either way, it's turning out to be a fantastic year for Air Jordan sneaker releases. And now we're on to May, so in today's video, I'm going to show you the most notable Air Jordan releases for May 2023. At the time of this recording, to the best of my knowledge, these are the most up-to-date release dates for the month of May. But Jordan Brand could switch things up at any time, push things up, move things back, so just keep that in mind. Releasing on May 1st, Jordan Brand is actually releasing two Air Jordan 1 Low Kos, one in a shadow colorway, and then one in a Kentucky colorway. Now, I'm one of those people that doesn't necessarily feel like the AJ1 KO really has its place for the Air Jordan 1 product line. You know, when you got the lows, the mids, and the highs, I don't necessarily feel like these are necessary in my personal opinion, especially for a low form when you can just, release like the OG lows or something like that. Gotta be honest though, the shadow colorway does look pretty nice. I think that one's like a little bit better than the Kentucky colorway, but both are gonna be releasing for 120 bucks if you wanna pick them up. Up next, releasing on May 4th, Jordan Brand is gonna be releasing another Air Jordan 2, this time in the cool gray colorway. Retail price tag for the sneaker will be $175. Now, if you look at the release calendar throughout 2023, Jordan Brand continues to try to make Air Jordan 2s happen. Some people love them, some people don't. Like myself, I'm really not a fan of the Air Jordan 2 at all. This colorway is really not bad. It kind of reminds me of the Air Jordan Low cements that we saw drop like a couple of months ago, where it has like the gray and then the light blue, baby blue kind of appearance to it. This isn't really like a bad looking colorway or anything like that. I'm just not a fan of Air Jordan 2s, but if you want to pick them up, May 4th will be the date. And speaking of Jordan 2s, if you aren't really a fan of the cool gray colorway, but you like Air Jordan 2s, releasing on May 6th, we're going to be seeing another Air Jordan 2 release, this time in the white cement colorway. Retail price tag for this is also going to be $175. Now, even though I'm not the biggest Air Jordan 2 fan, I actually feel like this colorway is just a tad bit nicer than the cool gray colorway. But either way, both will be a pass for me, but this one will be releasing on May 6th for $175. Now, releasing the same day as that Air Jordan 2 on May 6th, we're going to be getting the Air Jordan 1 High Elephant with a retail price tag of $180. Now, this one I've seen on the release calendar a couple of times so far this year, but it just keeps getting pushed back for whatever reason, and it has seen a wide release across the entire world. Like, pretty much every country has these except for the United States at this current time, and these are finally going to be dropping on May 6th. Now, these have already released everywhere else, guys. They're not doing really well. You can actually pick these up early right now out on the resale market for like $140 to like $150 or so. So it's way cheaper than the retail price tag that it's going to be, let's say, on the Nike Sneakers app or retailers. And personally, I think this sneaker is hideous. It's definitely a not needed Air Jordan 1. But if you like this sneaker, you might want to go ahead and buy it early or just wait until it drops and pick it up for cheap out on the resale market around May 6th. Now, moving right along to May 11th, we're going to be seeing the Air Jordan 11 Low in the yellow snakeskin colorway release with a retail price tag of $190. Now, this is technically a women's exclusive. I do expect some men to pick this one up as well. The Jordan 11 Low, in my personal opinion, is one of the best summer sneakers, and with summer right around the corner, I do think that this sneaker is probably going to sell out, even if it takes a little bit of time. And if you look back at history, a lot of these snakeskin colorways on the Jordan 11 Low do tend to go up in value over time. They do tend to be more of the sought-after Air Jordan 11 Lows. I'm not saying it's a must-cop or anything like that, but maybe you should just keep that in mind when it releases on May 11th. Now, this next sneaker on the list is a 100% definite must-cop for me, and that's going to be dropping on May 13th, the Air Jordan 4 Thunder with a retail price tag of $210. Now, the last time that we saw these drop was back in 2012. There's definitely a lot of interest here for these, but there seems to be a lot of pairs of these, right? This is probably going to be a massive GR. You're going to have a good chance to pick these up. On the shock drop that the Nike Sneakers app did, they released 160,000 pairs, and I expect there to be a lot more where that came from. It's a definite must-cop for me, a sneaker that I really want in my personal collection, and the Air Jordan 4 just has a lot of hype. They always sell out really, really quick. So definitely, if you want these, make sure you put all your footwork in before the release date happens on May 13th. Now, moving on to May 18th, we're going to be getting the Air Jordan 3 in the Lucky Green colorway with a retail price tag of $200. Now, this is technically a women's exclusive, and I feel like this sneaker should have dropped back in March whenever St. Patrick's Day was a holiday people were trying to get sneakers for. But I don't know why Jordan Brand makes the release decisions that they do, but in May, we're going to be getting this one. If you have the white cement 3s, you're probably not interested in this. If you have the Jordan 3 Wizards that just dropped, you're probably not interested in this. But I feel like this is going to be one of the more obtainable sneakers that will probably sit around for a little bit, so if you want to pick this up, it's going to be dropping on May 18th. Now, a couple of days after that, on May 20th, we're going to be getting the Air Jordan 1 High Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. I believe the retail price tag for this is going to be $200. Now, I'd be lying to you guys if I said I wasn't disappointed in what the sneaker actually came out looking like in the end. I thought it was going to look a little bit better than this. I'm kind of disappointed in what it actually looks like. That's not to say that it's not going to sell out. It's not to say that a lot of people aren't interested in it or trying to pick it up. Typically, these Spider-Man ones normally do really well in terms of like the amount of attention, the amount of hype, and even the resale market reflects that people really do like the Air Jordan 1 Spider-Mans whenever they do drop. I feel like this one's going to be tough to get. I feel like it's going to be limited, but if you want to pick it up, it's going to be available on May 20th. Now, up next on the list, dropping on May 27th, we're going to be getting the Air Jordan 14 in the Laney colorway with a retail price tag of $200. Now, I haven't seen a nice looking Air Jordan 14 in a minute. I get that not everybody likes the Air Jordan 14, right? It's a pass for most people, but personally, I like the Air Jordan 14, especially when they do it right, when there's a nice colorway. I just feel like I haven't seen one in quite a long time, and I'm not saying that this is going to be a must-cop sneaker for me, but this is one that I'm probably going to strongly consider picking up on release day. If you're interested in picking up the Air Jordan 14 Laney, it will be dropping on May 27th. But guys, let me know down in the comments section what you're most looking forward to coming out in the month of May, and tell me what's a must cop for you and what's a pass for you down in the comments section below. Other than that, I'd like to thank you all for your time. Thank you guys for your continued love and support. I appreciate you. I love you. I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace. For more sneaker content, make sure you hit that subscribe button and you hit that notification bell so you never miss a video.